This is the Giants POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants POSTCAST. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On shows that we do. And today, the Giants took the proverbial belt to the Athletics in a 10-1 rout in Sacramento. An 8-run inning, really created a Grand Canyon-sized gap between the two teams in what was previously a one-run game. Harrison Bader delivered the back-breaking grand slam to cement the Giants' win, and Adrian Houser continued his recent trend of success on the mound in his second win of the season and second win in as many starts. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. If you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for tuning in on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. Make sure you check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. And what a great game by the Giants. 10 runs, man. I mean, anytime you can get double digits on the scoreboard, especially with the way that this offense has been playing this whole season, that's a pretty good situation for the Giants. And, you know, it was a close one throughout most of this game. I mean, it would have been nice to get those 8 runs earlier in the game. But, hey, getting all of those 8 in that 8th inning, I really loved what the Giants did, how they were able to capitalize on all of the mistakes the A's made. The A's kept kicking a ball around out there, and you saw 4 different plays where the A's just kept booting them, kept booting ground balls. I mean, simple, easy stuff. The A's just bobbling balls that are already in their glove when they're trying to throw the ball into the cutoff man from the outfield. It's just really bad stuff from the A's today, and usually the Giants, I haven't seen them fully capitalize on situations like this year. They generally leave some meat on the bone in these situations, and I did not feel that they left any crumbs today, because the Giants, man, they cleaned up all of the runners on base in that inning, and they just kept hitting, man. I mean, Harrison Bader to punctuate that inning with that big grand slam, you love to see it. 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position tonight, man. And as this road trip has gone so far, where the Giants, even in nights where they've put up a lot of runs, they have not hit well in these situations. 6 for 13 is a hell of a day at the dish for a squad with runners in scoring position. I mean, 7 left on base, but you generated 13 different opportunities to score some runs, and you converted on about half of them. You can't ask for anything more in Major League Baseball. The Giants today, the offense, very, very, very good. You also saw Luis Arraez get another home run. I think he's benefiting a little bit from that ballpark out there in Sacramento, but we did hear a lot about how the wind was going to play a big factor into today's game. I read an article before this game started that said that you could see balls knocked down by up to 100 feet compared to their projected distance off the bat in today's game. Didn't really matter for the Giants. You still end up with 12 hits and 10 runs, a couple of home runs in this one as well. Of course, that Bader bomb in the 8th inning, just huge, huge, huge for the Giants, a backbreaker for the Athletics. And man, this feels good. The road trip now, you've won more games than you've lost, and that's pretty solid when you look at the teams that you've played. The A's, who were over 500 before you went into this series. The Dodgers, or a World Series odds-on favorite in most sports books. And for you to split the series against the Dodgers, go into Sacramento and win the series against the A's, this team is just so up and down, man. It's very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's hard to get a read on this team. Every time you think that they're starting to pull out of the slump, they fall right back down on their faces. And every time that they start to give you some hope again, every time that they're putting a couple good games together, they end up dropping like 3 or 4 games in a row. And it just kills all the momentum that they have. Hopefully, this can be a little bit different. I do get the feeling from watching how these wins are shaken out that this team is generally on the upswing right now. I don't think that this is just fool's gold at this point. You have Rafi Devers, who prior to that big home run by Harrison Bader had a great hit at the beginning of that 8th inning to start that whole rally off. Rafi Devers squared one up drove it right to center field with the bases loaded. Giants were able to score a run on the play, and things kind of just kept unwinding for the Athletics after that. Rafi Devers looked really good in that at-bat. I know that he was only 1 for 5 today, but you're watching him kind of chip away at the dish and I can't remember the last game where Devers did not get on base. He has been on base a lot lately. He's been getting a lot of base knocks. He's been squaring the ball up, and his base hits look different than they did earlier. Like, he was hitting a lot of lame duck little bloopers into the outfield off the end of the bat. His swing looked all, out of sorts. The timing was off. None of that looks like that anymore. His swing, the timing looks very good. He's putting powerful swings onto the ball in the box right now. I mean, he is squaring things up. That base hit in that 8th inning, he squared that ball up. I mean, it was exactly what the Giants needed in that situation. He didn't try to do too much with it. I feel like if he really tried to get into that one, you risk popping that one up and then maybe only scoring 1 run in the situation and kind of, getting a little speed bump in the inning to record another out and all that. But instead, you just keep the line moving. You pick up another base hit. You let the next guy come up and do the same thing. Willie Adames, who delivered a base hit right after that as well. And you saw Matt Chapman also come away with a couple hits in this one. 2 hits for Matt Chapman in today's game, a ribby for him as well. So you have all 3 stars, or the should be stars on this team, the guys, the big bats in the middle of the order that you expect to carry this offense, or at least you did when the season started. They all performed today. And when the Giants have those 3 guys going, this lineup looks really good. There were only 2 guys who started today who did not record a hit. That was Haas and Gilbert. And Jung-Hoo Lee, who pinch hit for Haas, ended up coming up with a hit as well. So the Giants, everybody hit today. 12 hits in total for this lineup, 10 runs and 3 errors by the A's. That is not very good defense, completely unraveled in that 8th inning, but the Giants made the most of it. They capitalized on everything that they could, and you got to give them credit. I mean, like I said, you've seen this Giants team kind of shrink in these moments all season long. They definitely did not do that today. 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position. That'll play any day of the week. And before we get any further in today's show, we got to give you a player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And the player of the game, I think we got to give it to Harrison Bader. Like, there's a big part of me that wants to give it to Adrian Houser, and we'll get into his day on the other side. But Harrison Bader, man, this guy has had such a bad season with the Giants so far. There's no 2 ways about it. You can't cut the pie any differently. Harrison Bader was really bad before that injury and before he took about a month to kind of reset, rest. And you had Gilbert playing pretty well, so you didn't really feel the need to rush him back. And you look at what he's been doing. I mean, even just the last 4 games that he played before this one since he's returned from injury. 250 batting average, couple of home runs. I mean, it's not anything that's, over the moon exciting, but it's a hell of a lot better than where he was at before. He adds to that today with another home run. So 3 home runs for Harrison Bader since he came back from injury. 4 ribbies today, obviously all coming on 1 swing of the bat. And he drew a walk today as well. So on base twice. You got to love what you're seeing from Harrison Bader right now. And he obviously gives you a big plus in the outfield. He made a great sliding catch in center today. Gilbert, a great play in the outfield as well in that final inning. You saw a lot of good defense from the Giants today. Literally not a single bad thing that I saw from this team. Usually there's like some kind of base running blunder or an error that occurs or something that we can kind of nitpick at. Today, really a flawless performance from your San Francisco Giants. We got to take a quick break. On the other side, we got to break down Adrian Houser's day. This guy continues to pitch well. He's on an upswing right now. Has he found the secret sauce to success? We'll break that all down next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are here and every possession matters. If you're looking to get even closer to the action, FanDuel has a great offer to get you started. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. That's right, turn $5 into $150 in bonus bets just for getting started. And I love using FanDuel during the playoffs because everything I need is right there in one place. Stats, trends, matchups, all before making my picks, which makes me feel a lot more informed when I'm putting some money on some guys to perform. And whether you're looking at player props or just following your favorite stars, it adds another level of excitement to every game. It's a really easy app to navigate, and it makes playoff basketball even more engaging from start to finish. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. FanDuel, play your game. And today's show is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, you know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all the sugar. That's why Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. This is that classic cotton candy taste you remember, but with a tasty caffeine boost and zero sugar. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet craving while keeping things simple and on the go. I've always loved cotton candy, but I can't be eating sweets all day, and this is a perfect alternative. The flavor really does bring that throwback, fruity vanilla vibe. It's surprisingly smooth, and I love how convenient it is. Just a small portable shot I can grab whenever I need a little pick-me-up. Like earlier today, I was running a 12K. Beta Breakers here in San Francisco. I needed some caffeine. You bet I had that birthday cake 5 Hour Energy in my pocket. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shots, available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. And today's show is brought to you by Hims. ED is way more common than most guys think. Millions of guys deal with it at some point, and that's exactly why Hims offers a straightforward way to handle it. Hims connects you with a licensed healthcare provider online and gives you access to legitimate ED treatment options from the comfort of your own home. No awkward appointments, no pharmacy lines, just a straightforward process that makes it easier to take care of yourself. The whole process is simple. You just complete a quick online intake, and a provider reviews your information. If treatment is right for you, it ships directly to your door in discreet packaging, which makes the whole experience feel private and stress-free. They also offer options like sildenafil, the generic for Viagra, at a fraction of the cost, plus other treatments so you can find what works best for you. To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/lockedonmlb. That's hims.com/lockedonmlb for your free online visit. hims.com/lockedonmlb. Prescription required. See website for details and important safety information. Sildenafil is the generic version of Viagra. Viagra is a registered hallmark of Viatris Specialty LLC. Hims is not affiliated or endorsed by Viatris. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and today the Giants take down the A's, take the belt to the you-know-what of the formerly Oakland Athletics. 10-1 win for the Giants, and we spent, the first 12 minutes of the show gushing about what the offense did today, which rightfully so. It's not every day the Giants score 10 runs. In fact, it is tied for their highest run production in a single game this season. But another part of this win, a huge part of this win, Adrian Houser, which I think temporarily, I'm going to say I need to see more, but I think we can temporarily suspend the Dookie Howser nickname with how this guy's been pitching lately. His last start, he pitched really well against the Dodgers. Masterful, picked up his first win of the season. He only gave up 2 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings in that start, and he backs that up with another great outing today. Picks up his second win of the season. 6 innings pitched, only gives up 1 run, 4 hits on the day. He drops his ERA down to 5.25, which is still a lot higher than we'd like it to be, but a lot more respectable than 7+, which it was just 2 starts ago. He was a little wild today. He did walk 5 guys, and he only had 3 strikeouts. And usually when you see a pitcher walk more guys than he strikes out, that's not the best situation. He only had 53 strikes on his 93 pitches, so I would have liked to see him throw a few more strikes, and he ultimately ended up being effectively wild today. I mean, he zoned in when he needed to. This was a very perplexing day for me watching Adrian Houser on the bump. But he did his general thing, generating a lot of ground outs, which helped him out in this game a lot. 8 ground outs, and he was cruising, man. I mean, Adrian Houser looked really, really good today. Even when he was missing, the pitches were still live. He had a lot of movement coming off the ball today. Not a ton of swing and miss, but that's not his game, man. Adrian Houser isn't a swing and miss pitcher. He wants you to hit ground balls, and that's what he got you to do today. That's what he got the A's to do all day long. And for the bullpen to come in and shut the door the way it did as well, I thought that was a big thing for this team. You had 3 solid innings from the bullpen as well. and you didn't really let the A's like sniff any life in this one. Even after the Giants kind of stalled out offensively for a couple innings before that big 8-run eruption, you didn't really get the sense that the A's were mounting like a super huge comeback really at any point in time. I mean, Adrian Houser had some situations he had to work through, don't get me wrong, but man, the Giants ultimately, they're able to weather the storm. The bullpen does a great job. Adrian Houser, has he found the secret sauce? Well, I'm going to need to see some more evidence, but I will say in his last 4 starts now, 3 earned runs or less. Every start since April 24th, that's almost a month, has given up 3 runs or less. And so that might not be enough time for me to look at that and say this guy has, figured it out. He's figured his stuff out and he's going to, kind of cruise for a little while. I need to see more, but hey, doing this against the Dodgers, against the Padres, against the Phillies, and the A's, who have had a pretty good offense so far this season, those are 4 pretty solid offensive teams. And Adrian Houser has held them all under 3 runs in his last 4 starts. Like that's some good stuff from Adrian Houser out there on the mound. I think we can temporarily suspend the Dookie Houser nickname. We're going to wrap up the show a little bit early today because your boy is tired, man. I ran a 12K earlier today. Beta Breakers in San Francisco, basically a national holiday if you're a San Franciscan. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, you can see the medal right here. First time I've ever done anything like this. Pretty much just got up off the couch and tried just a new thing in life. And, it worked out. I encourage all of you to go try new things in life as often as possible. But man, am I tired. Doing this show for the love of the game right now. And I just want to make sure that we got the Locked On Giants postcast in before we wrap this day up. Huge win for the Giants, 10-1 over the A's. I'm going to go eat a protein bar and pass out now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be coming to you live tomorrow as the Giants take on the Diamondbacks. You can't lose that series. You got to keep the momentum going. If you can win that series and finish this road trip off with another series win, man, that would just be so much momentum for this Giants going into their next homestand. Let's hope they can beat the Diamondbacks. That 3-game series starts tomorrow night in Arizona. We'll be coming to you live afterwards, as we always do. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.